Welcome to the conversation you never knew you needed. No filters, no masks, just real talk and honest insights.
Okay, so have you ever totally caught yourself in that mirror stare?
Oh, yeah.
You know, the one where you're prodding at a new line, maybe frowning at it?
And then you're just like, filter, filter, filter.
Yes. It's like we're almost programmed to cover up the signs of aging, right?
Yep.
Instead of actually understanding what's going on.
Totally. And then we wonder why nothing really changes. Yeah.
Exactly. But that's why I'm so psyched about this deep dive. You sent over these incredible notes on self-assessing facial aging.
I'm excited to hear your thoughts.
Seriously, mind-blowing stuff. I feel like I've been approaching this whole aging thing all wrong.
Really? How so?
Well, for one, you talk about looking beyond just wrinkles. You even had this whole bit about comparing your face to your
bum.
Yes. Okay, at first I was like, what is happening? But it's actually brilliant when you think about it.
It is. It's all about perspective.
Yeah.
Because your bum, it sees way less sun than your face.
Right.
So it's like this little time capsule of your skin's natural aging process.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
So then the differences you see on your face, that's often years of sun damage, adding up.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
And the good news is that so many of those early signs of aging pigmentation, uneven tone, even those tiny little broken capillaries.
Oh, tell me more about that, because...
We can treat those.
Really? Without going full surgery mode.
Often, yes.
Yeah.
We can really get ahead of the game with the right treatments. You mentioned peels and microneedling in your notes.
Yeah, those were really interesting to read about.
They work wonders for so many people because they basically boost collagen production, right?
So it's like giving your skin a little pep talk.
Haha, exactly. A little wake-up call to repair itself. And then there are also things like HydraFacials, which are a bit gentler if you just need a good maintenance routine.
Love those. Okay, so we're taking care of texture, tone. But what about those lines, the ones that just seem to get more prominent every time we make an expression?
Ah, yes, expression lines. It happens to us all.
They're like little reminders of every laugh line and frown. I feel very seen, and not in a good way.
But think of it this way. They come from years of, actually using our faces, right?
That's true. I'd rather have laugh lines than a permanently surprised expression or something.
Exactly. But you're right. They do contribute to an older appearance. And it's not always directly because of aging, but more because they change the way light plays on our face,
How so?
Well, think of a baby's face, right? It's so smooth, and that allows the light to just bounce right off.
Yeah, that's true. They have that gorgeous, bouncy skin.
Exactly. But as we get older and those little lines settle in, it kind of interrupts that smooth surface. And that's a big part of why those lines can make us look older, even if they're not strictly from aging. And people who live in sunny climates often notice this even more.
That makes so much sense. It's like those lines create tiny little shadows. Okay, that's fascinating. Speaking of fascinating, let's talk about volume loss.
Oh, yes. It's one of my favorite things to talk about.
It kind of freaked me out a little, honestly.
Right? It's one of those things you don't really think about until someone points it out.
Exactly. I mean, 1 milliliter of volume lost every year after we turn 20? Where does it even go?
I know. It's wild. But seriously, that gradual loss really adds up. And it's actually a major contributor to a lot of those hallmark signs of aging we see.
Like what?
Well, think about it. Those under-eye troughs that make you look tired, even when you've had a full night's sleep.
Ugh, yes.
Those are often from volume loss. Same with cheeks starting to flatten or jowls appearing.
No way, really. It's all connected.
Absolutely. And this is where getting a head start can be such a game changer. Addressing volume loss early on, even subtly, can make a huge difference over time. It's much easier to maintain volume than it is to try and get it back once it's gone,
Oh, for sure. It's
Right.
why wait until things hit rock bottom before we give them a little lift, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be anything drastic either. Even small tweaks can make a big difference.
Totally. Which leads me to another gem from your notes. Budgeting for treatments.
Yes. This is so important.
Because skincare can get expensive, and I'll be honest, I always feel a little awkward talking about the financial side of things with my dermatologist.
I hear you. It can be a little uncomfortable.
Right. I'm not trying to haggle over, Botox prices or anything.
Right, totally. But honestly, a good practitioner will welcome that conversation. They want to work with you within your budget to achieve your goals,
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Good. Because it's really about being able to say, okay, this is what I'm comfortable spending. What can we do with this? and then you can prioritize together.
So it's about being realistic, but also not being afraid to advocate for yourself and what you need.
Exactly. It's about making your skincare dollars work smarter, not harder, right?
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow, this has been a total eye-opener. I'm going to look at my reflection and everyone else's in a whole new light now.
That's amazing. I love to hear that. And once you start paying attention, you start to notice these subtle signs everywhere.
Oh, totally. I'm sure I'll be analyzing faces in the subway tomorrow.
Well, maybe not in the subway. But, the more you understand how your face ages, the more empowered you are to make the best choices for your skin.
So true. This has been amazing. Thank you so much for this deep dive. And for everyone listening, get ready to see faces in a whole new light.
Absolutely. And remember, aging is a natural process, so embrace it, but do it on your own terms. Knowledge is power.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Okay, until next time, everyone, happy reflecting.